It would be hard to find anyone who doesn't think Oklahoma teachers deserve a pay raise. Whether one materializes anytime soon is anyone's guess. But just to show you how dedicated they are, we take you to one elementary school that has just received international recognition for educating children to make the world a better place.
Jenks West Elementary has just received a prestigious designation. It qualified to become an International Baccalaureate World School, or more simply, an IB school. Around the world, there are more than 1,200 schools in 106 countries which have qualified and are taking teaching and learning to a whole new level. Suzanne Lair is principal of Jenks West.
There are so many IB schools around the world that they can connect with other children. It gives them that comfort level when they're working with and understanding children that come from other cultures.
She says it took 3 years of training teachers and executing conceptual teaching in an integrated manner to develop the whole child as an inquirer, both inside and outside the classroom.
When you teach from a conceptual level, you're really stepping back away from just the isolated information, and you're developing and understanding that bigger reason for why it's important for kids to understand a particular concept.
What makes a landmark a landmark? Remember we gave that silly example, could I make a statue of my dog and say, this is now Tulsa's landmark? No, right?
As these third graders research landmarks that interest them, they do learn the facts.
I learned that the Trail of Tears was when the U.S. government forced 100,000 Cherokee Indians out of their homeland, and 15,000 Cherokee Indians died.
But they also learn why a landmark is important today and to care about what it symbolizes.
Because you need to know how our country has evolved, and now Indians and Americans live in the same school, and they go to the same place, and they don't hurt each other.
Teaching the IB way allows students to determine how they learn.
Really just giving them the freedom of, hey, what are you interested in? And like, you know, our goal is we're gonna, you know, research a landmark, but where do you guys want to take it? How do you want to research? What do you want to research? How do you want to do the project? Total freedom.
Students are taught to understand different cultures in the United States and around the world.
Other cultures matter, and they're in our world too. And you need to know, because people from that culture might come and other people might think they're a little bit different, but you know what their culture is like, and you know why, and you know why they're like that.
Cultural understanding is something Adeline Jenkins thinks is important for world leaders.
If they don't get to know each other, they might think the wrong thing about them, and they might start a war.
Students are also being taught to strive to attain certain attributes like caring, knowledgeable, principled, thinkers, reflective, open-minded, risk-takers, and communicators.
Communicators, one that not just talking to each other, but how to talk to somebody while being respectful, and how to talk to someone and support them through listening.
The children learn in groups and are encouraged to help each other.
So we're doing our inquiry, and while we're doing our inquiry, they're having some social time and working with their landforms. Or while they're doing the mapping unit, they're learning what they've used about landforms, map keys, those kind of things there. And then over here we're working on puzzles and spatial with some math skills, and then our new knowledge in books and writing skills, and then we're also doing our research with computers.
It's hoped by learning to collaborate, they'll be prepared to live in a global society.
Learning to work with other people, learning to understand different viewpoints, learning to accept that not everyone thinks the way you do, that not everyone lives their life the way you do. So that kind of tolerance, but more than tolerance, it's learning to appreciate differences.
The IB program aims to provide a foundation for the children to develop international mindedness.
We really hope that they see themselves as children who can reach out and connect with other people all over the world.
Jenks West is now the largest elementary school in North, Central, or South America to receive the distinguished IB World School designation.